Good evening, everybody. We're here in the glorious new settings down at Mill Farm, the home of AFC Fylde, for the fifth league game of the season. AFC Fylde versus Salford City. Two teams with so far unbeaten records, and it should be an absolute cracker. I'm Will Moorcroft, and I'm delighted alongside me to have Jack Connor from AFC Fylde's media team. Tony Thompson. He's quite short for a goalkeeper as well. I mean, people say about Jay Lynch, but looking at him there, he's not the tallest of keepers, is he?
No, he's quite broad. He's quite a beefy keeper. We had Ben Hinchley here last year, who's 6'2". We've lost a bit of that, maybe imposingness from the keeper, but he's played at a very good standard. He played with Chester last year, who I think he played the second half of the season. So there's obviously something that both the Chester manager and Challoner has seen in him that's made him sign in on a permanent.
Free kick conceded by Matt Warburton, taken quickly by Tom Kennedy, up to Bohan Dixon, gets it back. Now Kennedy driving forward, former Evertonian, gets it back out to Dixon. Dixon cross into the middle, it's a good one low, and it spreads to the right hand side. Foul coming in here, goal from Sam Finley, straight into the team tonight, gives AFC Fylde the lead. It was a really well worked move down the left hand side, spreading the play into the middle, and there was Sam Finley coming into the box, just to the right hand side to the far post, to smash the ball into the roof of the net, and scored the first goal against Salford in 3 matches. Salford City 0, AFC Fylde 1. It's Salford trying to come forward there. Matt Warburton being forced back to his own goal, and Jay Lynch forced to punt it upfield. And Jordan Hume is being climbed on there by captain Josh Langley, conceding the free kick from 30-35 yards from goal, but a very central position. It's going to be Warburton, step up, strike it, right footed. Thompson dives well to his left hand side and gets a hand on it. It comes out to Nottingham. Nottingham's cross in, comes off Williams, heads it back into middle, into nobody though, and Fylde should clear this quite comfortably for Hardy to chase on to. Scott Burton wins it, but it's a really well struck free kick from Matt Warburton there, forcing Tony Thompson, who didn't have much looking room, into a good save. Going to be Tom Kennedy. Goes up long, looking first, Bohan Dixon. Simon Graham wins it, but it bounces through to Danny Rowe. Rowe laying off into the middle, and it's spread out to the right hand side by Hardy to the oncoming Danny Holmes. Holmes up against Sam Walker, who's got his back to goal into the edge of the area, lays it off onto the sides. Back to Hardy in the middle now. Very tricky winger signed from Man City last season. Hardy into Rowe, and Rowe with his back to goal. This holding off Team Warburton. He turns and he shoots, narrowly over the bar. And it's a good response there from Fylde after nearly being pulled back level. Slowly bringing it upfield and then aiming, looking for Mike Phoenix, and it's headed inversely behind by Tom Kennedy. I'm not sure he meant or wanted to do that, but he's conceded the corner, and first chance for Salford to get a good ball into the box if they can. Sam Walker has got a very cruel set piece on him with that, well, left or right foot. This one's going to be an in-swinger off his left as we're looking at it. Walker clips it in towards the back post. Kennedy came for it, flat for it. Priestley going in late, but it's cleared by Fylde up in the air. Paul brings it down on the left-hand corner of the box, though. Lays it off for Hume. Hume gets the crossing against the back post. Walker brings it under control, gets it to Phoenix, bringing it under control, but he's been harassed by Steve Williams. Plays it back to Burton. Burton's crossing, it's a good one. Jordan Hume gets his head to it, completely unmarked, but he can only head it into the Salford crowd behind that net. Good spell of pressure from Salford, but like you say, just that final ball or that final shot wasn't quite good enough to breach the Fylde defence. Get Salford in this situation anyway, closing down really well. And Salford have the ball back, still in possession. Pull back to Burton down the middle. Burton into Hume on the right hand side, but it's blocked by Kennedy. Played back by Casper Hughes. Jordan Hume closing down, and the ball ricochets back to back to Steve Williams, who gets it to Bohan Dixon, tries to steamroll Matt Warburton. Warburton gets foot in though, gets it to Paul. Paul to Hume, charge in the area. There's the equaliser. Jordan Hume, really well worked goal from Salford, straight down the middle as he celebrates in front of the away fans. Really good work closing down. It came to Paul. Paul sits it through to Hume, where the gap was left between Williams and Langley in the Fylde defence, and Salford level on 27 minutes. With Langley to Hardy, and Hardy onto the right hand side to Danny Holmes. It's rather stuck at the moment, plays it back into Hardy, who's made the run. and he turns, brings it out to his left hand side. Really good ball to pick out Tom Kennedy, and Kennedy gets it to Dixon, up against Nottingham on the other side of the pitch this time, cuts in, plays the ball into Danny Rose, made the run to the near post, being forced out at the moment by Simon Grando, gets the cross in, it's a good one from Danny Rowe, headed goalwards by, I think that was James Hardy coming in, but Jay Lynch he read it and he scrambled over to his right hand side and caught it, stop it going into the far post. But of all the people, you wouldn't expect James Hardy to be in that position.
No, definitely not. I don't think I've ever seen him actually head the ball in a year of being here. It was very unnatural for him to be in that position. That's usually where you'd see people like Bowen Dixon, Danny Rose, Sam Finley, who was also in that aerial challenge. But it wasn't too bad. I think he did well given the circumstances.
Soft on the break here. Phoenix charging into the right hand side. Pulls the ball back to James Paul. It's a good save by Tony Thompson's feet. It was straight out the keeper. He had the far side of the goal gaping, and Fylde could try and break here. So ball into the middle, curled in to Sam Finley, but he's brought down by Scott Burton. It's going to be a free kick for Fylde. I think going into half time, Dave Callan would be a little bit disappointed about the amount of turnovers.
Maybe, yeah. I think Danny Rowe's been dealt with quite well by the Salford defensive bites, getting into a bit of space maybe on the edge of the box a few times. Salford have got possession now, bad interception.
Given away by Sam Finley, straight into Warburton. Hume on the right hand side, played in there, gets the ball across. James Paul just inches behind getting onto the end of that one as it swoops in front of Tony Thompson's goal, but goes out for a goal kick behind, and another less off the Fylde. It's with Billy Priestley struggling back to his captain Simon Grand, being urged by both Nancy Johnson and Bernard Morley simultaneously to play the ball in space. It's intercepted. Fylde breaking now. Finley, ball over top to Hardy. Lynch has come and he's brought him down. Referee says nothing doing, suggesting James Hardy's dive there. It's a very contentious decision there. It looked like he might have just caught the winger as he jumped to avoid the challenge, but nothing doing. The referee at the moment being surrounded by players, so it'll be interesting to see if James Hardy gets booked for diving. You know what, for the last few minutes, the spice is what this game needs.
Definitely, I think, like you said, it had got into a bit of a lull. We'd been giving possession away a bit too much. It'd been giving you some really good chances, especially down that right hand side. That's something we've got to sort of fizzle out of the game.
Fylde breaking again here. It's a lovely ball from Andy Bond out to the right hand side to Danny Holmes. Holmes charged down the middle. He's got Hughes to his right hand side, finds him. Hughes up against O'Halloran, charges his way into the area, gets it to the top of the box to Danny Rowe, back out to Hughes. Hardy, sorry. Rowe gets it this time. Holmes shoots, and it didn't look like Jay Lynch got fingertips to that as the ball flashed across the face of goal and goes out for a goal kick on the far side. And again, we're still just looking for that little bit of spice. It's not really come from the referee slowing the game down.
No, it hasn't. I think Simon Grand has been a very key player for you at the back for Salford. He's nullified a lot of our threats. He's a very experienced pro that has done it all before. He's seen it all before. He's got a foul here
against Dixon. Interesting enough, he is already on a yellow card. It's going to be Walker to whip this one in towards the far post. Nottingham rise for it. Nottingham scores. Referee don't give anything, and Michael Nottingham gets on the end of that ball from Sam Walker. It was looping in, it was dropping, it was hanging, and this tall figure of Michael Nottingham ahead of Tony Thompson, able just to knock it into the goal, and Salford take the lead here on the hour mark at Mill Farm. AFC Fylde 1, Salford City 2. As Fylde are looking to build from the edge. Just interestingly, a few calls for Bohan Dixon to maybe substituted, and immediately after giving the ball away there, manager Dave Challoner called for one of the substitutes to come to get ready to come on, Matty Hughes. It is Dixon on the ball though, he takes it past Stephen O'Halloran, shoots low, Jake Lynch, what a save, getting down to his right hand side, a very strong right hand to turn that round the post, and just as we were saying, it's maybe about time he was considered for substitution. He pops up and has a shot there. Gets it back off Danny Holmes, playing it all the way back to Tony Thompson this time though. Still being chased down by Mike Phoenix. He's put the effort in, closing down everything tonight so far. Fylde are the ones just happy at the moment, stroke it round a little bit. This is where you see the difference between the professional teams. So Casper Hughes charges forward, plays the ball into Danny Rowe. Rowe creates a space for himself, goes to the shot from range. What a goal from Danny Rowe! A good 35-40 yards out. He created the space and fired an absolute rocket into the top corner to bring Fylde level after 66 minutes.
You do not save those. That is what we like to call a Rowie special. Yeah, to be honest, I've not seen Billy Priestley play an awful lot. I've seen a few highlights of you guys, but I think for a lot of teams, maybe a lot of the fans, you come into it as a bit of an unknown team, maybe a bit of an unknown prospect. But the way you've started, I think you've maybe quieted a lot of people down in this division. And every credit for you for the way you started.
Phoenix gets across and cleared by Steve Williams. Jordan Hume onto that, only as far as Nottingham. Nottingham goes for it himself! Not too wide of the far post, again ambitious from 40 yards. 45 from Nottingham on his left foot. And this time Thompson was rooted in. If that was another 7 or 8 inches inside, that could have been looking at 3-2 to Salford.
It's going to be an interesting last few minutes. Maybe our side does start to tire a little bit, and the other side can take advantage of that.
So O'Halloran trying to bring Salford forward there, plays into Jordan Hume, and Langley brought him down as Hume was trying to turn. Ball's played upfield, brought down well by James Hardy. Hardy's a fantastic sliding challenge from Simon Grant, who then cynically brings down Danny Rowe. Has got a yellow in his hand as well. First tackle was a great one tonight, James Hardy. Second one more cynical. He realised Rowe was past him. I think Danny Rowe's got his eyes set on goal with this one. Jordan Hume looking nervous in the middle. Just waiting for Lucas Blur's whistle. Rowe steps up, right-footed, strikes it! Off the inside of the post! And somehow Casper Hughes has missed it. Missed a chance on an open goal from 5 yards out. It was really well struck from Danny Rowe. You watched it, he was half celebrating as it clattered off the inside of the post. And I think as it goes on and the draw's looking more likely, like you say, you might be disappointed with the draw, but at this current moment in time, I think if you ask Anthony Johnson and Bernard Morley, they might be happy to say a draw is going to be a point earned. Johnston, heavy touch, gives it away. Fantastic chance from Scott Burton up against Sam Finley. They both went for it 50-50, and the referee's given a foul against Salford. And it's the silly fouls like this that can lead to goals. Tom Kennedy's come across to try and chip this one into the area. It's gone out to James Hardy. Michael Nottingham gets it clear there, and Salford on the break. Hume through to Craig King, bearing down on goal, cuts in field, plays back to Phoenix. Phoenix with a shot across the face of goal, and just narrowly wide of the far post. He saw the glory in his eyes, went for it. It's fantastic work from Craig King to get Salford down the right hand side.
To go into between the far post and Tony Thompson's hands as the ball.
So cross in for the corner, cleared by Tom Kennedy, and now Files turn to break 3 on 4 with extra men arriving. Craig King chasing back down the middle, but the ball goes to Matty Hughes. Hughes runs straight into Scott Burton, who stood his ground really well, and now he's bringing Salford clear. Tries to play into Walker's path. Walker was stood still. He's going to chase it down now up against Casper Hughes, who rolls the ball down the right hand side, which Johnston's pick up. Johnston playing the ball up, looking for Phoenix. He tries to turn past Langley. He's got there. Mike Phoenix up against Steve Williams. Cuts in. Goes to goal and shot. Mike Phoenix gets it. 3-2 Salford. 84 minutes. He saw the glory. He went for it into the top corner and he got it. That's 4-4 for him now. And Salford take the lead late on. 84 minutes here. But I get the feeling it's still not quite over.
Perhaps not. The way the game's gone, it's been very backwards and forwards. It was a fantastic hit from Phoenix.
I mean, both teams have been at it, and it's been an absolute pulsating game. Fantastic up here at Mill Farm. So, yes, I will say Salford deserve it, but Fylde have been the best opponents we played this season. They could still draw level yet. Here comes Andy Bonds. Bonds gets across, it's about post. 3-header, equaliser there from Steve Williams. Made it up from the back, said it wasn't over. First minute of added time, and there's Steve Williams to head Fylde level. Completely unmarked coming in at the far post, into Jay Lynch's far post, and it's 3-3 with 2 minutes to go for another goal yet.
What a game it's been. I mean, I was extremely frustrated, and I'd have been very upset if we had lost that game, because we have played well in spells, maybe not as much as we have done.
Full-time score here at Mill Farm. AFC Fylde 3, Salford City 3. The Ambies look absolutely distraught like a defeat, but it's been an absolutely fantastic game, end to end. Sheer blood, passion, determination from both sides, and I think ultimately 3-2 draws fair results in the end.